KBGM Missoula, this is Missing Zhongguo, and today our language theme is the 44th element in the periodical table, which is ruthenium, in Chinese, liao. So I would use liao, different tone but the same spelling, to chat or to talk as the theme. So any movies that you can relate to?
Well, that makes me instantly think of the Oliver Stone movie Talk Radio with Eric Bogosian, which is based, I think, on a one man play by Eric Bogosian. And it's based on the story of a talk radio host, I think in Texas, who was shot by one of his listeners.
Wow.
The movie shows how this country, the United States, has always had a problem with the citizens getting along with each other. We seem to have two very dominant cult-like ideologies that run the day, even though I think most people waver in between those two extremes. But the voices that get the megaphones, and now social media is the latest version of that, the voices that get the megaphones always seem to be the very worst representatives of those two cult-like ideologies. And it often leads to violence. And I think talk radio does a very good job of showing why that happens.
Mm. If I may guess, so the reason the talk show host was killed was because she talked about something that the killer doesn't agree?
Yeah, so the radio show host is a leftist, and the listener is a right winger, and has all kinds of problems because the radio show host was Jewish, and of course, right wingers blame Jewish people for all their personal problems, and that's why he ended up shooting him.
Wow.
Hmm.
I think we especially need to talk, right? To argue about things if you don't agree, and we should agree to disagree because nobody can make everybody else think like.
Well, I would like to interject so that it doesn't look like I'm just picking on the right. There used to be a show on PBS called Firing Line, hosted by one of I think, the godfathers of modern conservatism, although it has nothing to do with what conservatives are today, but Bill Buckley. Bill Buckley used to host conversations with people who disagreed with him, but oftentimes the goal there was to reach some kind of consensus. That's something else that we're missing in the modern dialogue. It's not okay to just argue and then say, well, we disagree. Problems need to be solved. And right now we have a country that's collapsing around us because nobody really wants to work on the most difficult thing, which is solving problems.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, do you agree with us? Just chat with us on Spinach and enjoy the songs.